It would just be too hyperbolic for the deep state, the left establishment, coup uniparty, whatever you want to call them. It would be too much for the big tech media oligarchy, the technocracy, to just come out and tell you, get in line if you're a conservative, if you're a Trump supporter, if you're just an American at this point. If you still support the Constitution, get in line. You'll get on one of Warren Buffett's fancy train cars, and we'll take you to a magical place where you can live your Constitution out in a camp. That would be too hyperbolic. So instead, they're telling you in every other way. They're telegraphing in every news story you can find, and I'm trying to bring as many of them as I can, that say things like, if they supported Trump, they're canceled. If they supported anything conservative that's not the establishment line, you're going to be removed from your committees. If you ever asked a question, removed from the House. They're going to try for that. If you led the freedom movement, we'll impeach you. If you question the election that we are simultaneously admitting we helped steer in an illegitimate way, if you claim that what we're claiming is true, we'll impeach you. It's what they're doing to the president now. So as a normal, average American citizen, I can't help but just see what Microsoft is doing here and see that telegraph, see that message saying, hey, look, any of the people who challenged the election, they won't be elected again. It won't matter if the people locally want them or not. They will not be electable. Because in today's age, they believe that to be electable, you have to be on social media, you have to be able to buy marketing, buy ads, you have to be able to buy time, and that is how you get in front of people. If these companies block those people from doing that, they can't get elected. And if these companies do nothing else but put another candidate in front of those people, then it won't matter if someone like Thomas Massey is running for re-election. They'll put someone else as a challenger, a primary challenger in front of him and tell you, because every media company will tell you, that the party is now behind this other person. You see how this is going to be played. So they say Microsoft announces on Friday the company will suspend contributions to Republican members that objected to certification of the 2020 elections. Did Microsoft suspend its donations to any of the Democrats who challenged the election in 2016? No. They say Microsoft became the latest big tech company to suspend its donations to Republicans who objected to the certification of the 2020 presidential election. The same election that Time magazine today is claiming, yeah, it was actually it was a cabal, a concerted conspiratorial effort by big tech, oligarchy, the media, and CEOs. They're claiming this today, publicly. They're also impeaching the president for saying it months ago. Funny how that works. We always find out months and months later that what Trump was saying was right. Meanwhile, the whole time they stone him and shame him for it. They say Fred Humphreys, the vice president of government affairs for Microsoft, said in a statement, oh, and hang on, they're also suspending those donations for the rest of the 2022 cycle. So no one get any more money. And this was the point earlier I was making. People say follow the money. But you can also follow the money in the other way. You can see where the money's going, but you also, because they say follow the money, see where the money's coming from, and you'll find out who's to blame. Well, if Microsoft is announcing, hey, the money that we would be blamed for normally, we're not even sending it there anymore. It's not even going there. That means those people will not have jobs. Because you know how the game is played at this point. They're saying, hey, your corporate sponsor, we're pulling out. We're pulling out, dude. So I don't know what you're going to have on the hood, but it's not going to be Microsoft anymore. Sorry, the number 45 car is going to have to drive something else. It says, we believe, this is Fred Humphreys, we believe these steps are appropriate given the importance of these issues for the stability and the future of American democracy. There it is again. Every single one of these people think that they will need to protect our democracy. This is dangerous to our democracy. And I've always said, when they say our democracy, they mean the oligarchy, the oligopoly. They mean their cabal, the club, the big club that George Carlin said you're not in. That is the American democracy they want to protect. Because they don't actually call us a democratic republic. They don't want to say We want to protect the integrity of the constitutional republic we live under. Nope, not that. They were also broadly supported in listening sessions and other employee feedback. So we listened to them before we shut them up. We do realize that these steps, while significant, will be too much or too little for some of the employees. There were several other good ideas that arose from other meetings, and we will continue to consider other ways we can strengthen the Microsoft something or other pact. So Microsoft said some employees don't even want Microsoft to donate to politicians at all, just instead of advancing democracy, period. How? If you're not donating to politicians, how can you advance democracy? They're going to expand voting, and by that I don't mean encourage voting rights, because rights mean verification. No, we mean expand voting, like fill out as many ballots as you can in your basement and see how many you can get to the post office without getting caught. And by caught, we mean depends on if your county is enforcing the laws, because they'll change the law, as they proved in the Time article that you saw today. Is this coming through? Let me know in the comments. They say other big tech companies have suspended donations. So like I said, Microsoft's not the first. Google spokesperson Jose Castañeda told The Hill, following that review, the NetPAC board, the NetPAC board, has decided that it will not be making any contributions this cycle to any member of Congress who voted against the certification. Hey, you bit the hand that feeds, and now you're going to starve, and we're going to remove you, one way or another. They said 4 years ago, we have the power to switch elections. We would choose not to. And I got to imagine that somewhere along the last 4 years, they decided to flip that switch. They said, we have the power, and now we're going to decide to do it. We're going to use that. And they admit it today in Time. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel on Odyssey, BitChute, Rumble, YouTube. I think we're almost up to it's almost 5,000 subscribers across all the platforms. So awesome growth. Keep it up and do everything else that you can do to keep America afloat.